Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Getting Started 101 How to Successfully Launch Your Business training. This is Team Fusion Aftermath, San Diego, California. Matthew Byers here. I'm super excited to bring up our first speaker. This gentleman hit the position of Ruby in a total of 30 days, which is unheard of in this industry. He's an absolute legend. He's been in this industry for 9 years, and in that time frame, he's helped someone make over $1 million in this industry. It's one thing to do it yourself. It's another to help someone else to do it. He's helped 23 people make six-figure incomes. He's a published author. He's helping so many people to have success. He's an absolute authority, not only in the network marketing industry, but he's also an authority in nutrition and health and wellness. He worked at a GNC for a long time and as a manager, and his level of just knowledge in this industry and health and wellness is absolutely impeccable. I couldn't think of anyone better to go over and get started with our Getting Started Mindset training than none other than 30-Day Ruby, Mr. Charles Rudabaugh.
All right, guys, I'm going to put on my little headset here. We're going to get started. I feel like Data from Star Trek. All right, here we go. Cool. I'm going to just jump right into this because you don't have a whole lot of time for me to talk about myself. We're going to cut right to it. What's important is I'm going to talk about only things that matter for you getting started. And if you miss any of this, you might make a blunder. I want to save you from that. We're going to help you go straight to the top. And the first thing what I want you to know is, doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter whether you have experience in the industry or not. It doesn't matter whether you have experience in health or fitness or nutrition or not, experience in network marketing or not, whether you're young, whether you're old, whether you're smart, whether you're not as smart, right? None of that matters. What matters in becoming financially independent in network marketing is because it's the vehicle. It's not how many degrees you have. It's not how smart you are. It's not how much you know. It's the vehicle. It's the opportunity that's special. We're average people in an unbelievably above average opportunity. What do I mean by that? Well, I mean by that is that you can't ride a tricycle to the moon, right? If you want to get to the moon, a tricycle won't work. That's a vehicle that's not designed to go to the moon. That would be impossible. Well, if you have a job, your job is not designed to take you to financial freedom, right? Most small businesses are not designed to create financial freedom. People get stuck as owner operator. They get stuck, where the business actually owns them. So what I want to share with you guys is you're in an unbelievable opportunity, an unbelievable financial vehicle. But just because you're in the vehicle, it doesn't mean you're going to get there. You got to get out of park. Some people are in a Lamborghini, a Ferrari of opportunity, but their vehicle is in park. They get started, they join up, but they don't do anything for their first month. They're in park, right? They're trying to study everything, learn everything. Well, if you want to study anything, re-listen to this audio, re-listen to this webinar, study this over and over again, and make sure you lock this in, and we're going to blow you up. Now, some people actually get involved in an incredible opportunity. They're an incredible financial vehicle, and they're actually in reverse. Some people actually go through life. I don't know if you know this or know anybody like this that goes through life looking through the rearview mirror. They're always talking about the past, always letting the past affect their present and affect their future. Well, the reason why they make that rear view mirror so small is so you only spend a small percentage of the time looking at it. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a gigantic windshield. Let's look at where we're going. Let's move forward. Let's look at where we're moving towards. And some people, ladies and gentlemen, they're in neutral. They're in neutral. They're in a canoe in the river just going with the flow. Well, here's what I know. Nobody ever went with the flow to the top of the mountain. It takes climbing. It takes climbing. It takes hard work. Nobody ever drifts to the top of the mountain. So you got to get out of neutral. You see, in neutral, if you're on a downhill slope, you're going to move forward. But if you're on an uphill, you're going to move backwards. And here's what I know about accomplishing anything great. It takes effort, and it takes being intentional. And that means it's an uphill climb. The best part about network marketing is you get to the top of the mountain and you roll that boulder up to the top of the mountain. It gets up and over the other side, and it rolls down, and you can never stop it. But to go uphill, ladies and gentlemen, it takes intention, and you can't be in neutral. You got to be in drive. You got to be in drive. You got to put that sucker into drive, and you got to hammer down, pedal to the metal, and you got to go for it. So you're already on this webinar, so we know you're in drive. Now it's time to shift into another gear. Get out of first gear, get into second gear. If you're already in first, second gear, it's in to get into third gear. It's time to jack it up, crank it up, gear it up, get pumped up, jacked up, ramped up, and go to the next level. So I'm going to go a little 1, 2, 3, 4. Take notes. First of all, you want to sign up all new reps. When they sign up, get their auto ship onto the first. The first of the month. In the sign up process, you have an opportunity to choose what day you get your auto ship. We want everybody auto shipping on the first. Second, download WhatsApp. It's an app called WhatsApp. I'm going to repeat that. It's a mobile application you can download to your phone for free called WhatsApp. And download that to your phone. That's where we post group updates, events, where we post when we have PBRs, when we have events, when we have conference calls, and when we have, webinars like this to keep your team informed, keep you informed. Also, add yourself to Team Fusion on Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, get on Facebook. You need to get on Facebook. Add yourself to Team Fusion on Facebook. Also, add yourself to Team Fusion California. Team Fusion California. And if you're in Boston, add yourself to Team Fusion Boston. If you're in some other city, don't start your own Team Fusion city unless we tell you that's time to do that. But Team Fusion Boston has one because they're in momentum. Also, add yourself to Team Fusion Lifestyle on YouTube. Follow Team Fusion Lifestyle on YouTube. Follow Team Fusion Lifestyle on YouTube. All right, next, I'm going to get into what my opinion is the most important thing on this training. So many people blow it with this. What's important is social media, your social media game. Your social media game. Don't blow it by being loud and soliciting everybody. Okay, some companies teach people to do that. What I'm saying is don't do that, because we're planning on you being here long term, and we're going to have a social media game that attracts people to you, not bombards everybody, because we know you're going to quit anyways. You're not going to quit. You're going to have success. We know you're going to stick around long term, and we're going to have plenty of time for your contacts to come to you. Let me show you how we're going to do that. See, I believe it's important for your contacts to find out about this from you directly and not through social media. I found out my sister got pregnant on social media. It was really annoying and made me angry. I found out that the garage door fell down on my car that I was letting my sister borrow on social media. My mom's trying to tell me about it today, and I'm like, I saw a picture of it on social media 4 days ago. She was late. You don't want to find out about important things in your friend's life on social media. We want to tell them about it personally. So think about it. Why do people want to start posting stuff? Why do they want to change their background to blueberries? Why do they want to start saying they work for Kyani? Why? On Facebook. Why? To recruit their contacts. But let me tell you, if you want to recruit your contacts, stop bombarding people. Stop having ideas. Stop getting ideas to begin with. We're going to show you how to do this without having any ideas. You're going to approach every contact individually and get good results. So you don't need business cards. You don't need to go to the mall and get people's numbers. Don't do anything we don't tell you to do. If we don't tell you to do it, it's a bad idea. Don't do it. If we're like, oh, I got this idea. Well, no one told you to do that. Don't go do that. Don't go having ideas. Every idea you have, we've already tried it and it works or it doesn't work. If it works, we're going to tell you to do it right here. If it doesn't work, don't go do it. Follow our advice. We're going to help you be successful. It all starts with not screwing up your social media game. Number one, don't post anything until you've made your first paycheck and you can have legitimate success, be able to tell people that you've already made money. Okay, don't show your paychecks. Never show your paychecks. Never post pictures of your paychecks. Look, when do you want to post it? Never. You don't want to post your paychecks. Whenever you want to post something, it'd be a good idea to get it approved by your upline Ruby. Okay, until you've been in this thing for 6 months, you want to start posting stuff on social media. Get your posts approved by your upline Ruby. I'm going to tell you how to do a social media game. Never be defensive. Never be defensive. Hey, to all of you out there who thinks this doesn't work, bad idea. To all of you out there who thinks we're selling snake oil, hey, bad idea. You don't want to post defensive posts on Facebook. Also, you don't want to solicit for customers. You don't want to solicit for customers. It's going to annoy people. You do not want to announce events and try to get people to come to events by posting invites and putting up flyers for events on your personal page. Only announce events in the Team Fusion California page or the Team Fusion page or Team Fusion Boston page. We want to make this exclusive. People got to find out about it from you, not by seeing your wall. Also, on your personal pages, here's what you do want to do. So that was a bunch of don't do's. Here's what you do want to do. Just show success. Just show lifestyle. Show planning your next purchase. Enjoying my time at the beach. Hey, I'm happy not having a job. Stuff like that. Post lifestyle that would attract people. On Team Fusion page, post meetings. On Team Fusion California, post big PBRs. Pictures of you working hard, working with your team. Hey, welcome to the team, Doug. Welcome to the team, Sharon. Welcome to the team, Susan. Susan's going to be great. She's got a great personality. Man, welcome to the team, Tiffany. Tiffany's a killer in real estate. She's going to blow this thing up. That's what you want to post on Team Fusion page. Team Fusion Boston, Team Fusion California. Never post pictures of paychecks or how much you've earned. Never do that. It's illegal, and we get in trouble for that. Don't ever do that. When you sign up a new IBO, a new distributor, take a selfie with them, and here's what you do want to post on your personal page. Making money with my new business partner. We're going to get rich together. Oh, yeah. Something like that. Then add them on Facebook and add all of their friends to your own friends on Facebook. So all their friends see you guys posting, hey, making my money with my new business partner. They're going to start asking questions. Hey, what are you doing? What do you mean a new business? Bam. Now we have an opportunity to talk to them about the opportunity. Did I say that? An opportunity to talk to them about the opportunity? Hey, okay, next. Think before you post. Think before you post. Leaders never show anger, worry, fear, doubt, or frustration. Leaders never show worry, anger, fear, doubt, or frustration. Use your brain-mouth filter. Only post positive things. No politics. No religion. No bad day at work. No, can't wait to go to bed. It was a bad day. Right? Never post anything like that. We want to attract people, not repel them. You don't want to turn people off with posting political stuff. I blocked 3 people the other day because they're posting some political nonsense. You don't want to miss out on a red diamond because you were too loud about your political beliefs and turn people off. Remember, people are watching you. They're thinking to themselves, do I want to do what they're doing? If you're obnoxious on social media, people are going to think, if that's what I got to do, I don't know if I want to do it. If that's what I got to do, I don't know if I want to join them, no matter how much success they're having. Never lie or make up success. Be authentic. Be real. Only real numbers. Be attractive. People should be asking you, what are you doing? Wow, you look like you're doing so well, having so much fun, having so much success. What are you up to? Hey, what company are you in? Looks like you're doing something great. If they're asking you what company you're in, you're doing something right. Post all lifestyle and fun life in your personal Facebook. Post working hard and doing PBRs and events in Team Fusion California. With cold market, if you can add them before prospecting them, then if they say no, they're still going to be following you and you can get them later. Last, don't put Kyani stuff all over your page. And if that isn't obvious to you already, then I don't know what is. All right, next, into the meat and potatoes. So important, your story. It's so important. What do I mean, your story? You're going to tell your story forever. Your first 30-day story, your first 90-day story. I hit Ruby my first 30 days, put over 100 distributors on my team. 90 days, I have 200 people on my team. You know what I mean? All these things happening for me. You're going to tell your story. How you came up with the money to get started, story. How big your first PBR was, story. How long it took you to go Jade, story. How long it took you to go Sapphire, story. You got to create your story. And you want to go fast. You want to create a great story. You want to create a story that blows people away. You want to create a story that inspires people to want to join you. Be a monster recruiter. And you got to know you only get one chance to create a great story. You got to work scared. You got to work scared that you only have one chance to create a story. If you go fast, everyone's going to be watching you. They're going to have to join. You want to go through your first VIP, your VIP 20 in your first 3 days. 72-hour game plan, first 3 days, VIP 20. Stay up late, work hard. First week, go all out, set the pace. It'll be worth it. I knew I had one chance to have my first month success story and my initial momentum creation. I worked so hard, I worked myself sick my first month. People will tell you I was losing my voice. I got a cold. I wasn't sleeping. I was working. Hit Ruby in 30 days. Now what? Speak with confidence and attitude. Big plans, big goals. Make them afraid of missing out. Make them a fear of losing out. You want to make them afraid of losing out. Fear of loss. Fear of missing out. And here's something you can say. Look, I'm doing this anyway. And you'd be smart to get in with me at the top of my team, period. Look, I'm going to build an army underneath you, and you should invest in me. Believe me when I say I'm going to the top of this company. Your first week matters. Your first month matters. Your first 90 days matters. How fast you get to Sapphire and get your free car matters. It really matters. Checking, check matching starts at Sapphire. Getting matching checks on your team's check starts at Sapphire. Every check your team gets when you're not a Sapphire, you don't match on. You want to get to Sapphire. It matters. This is really all that matters. 90 days to financial freedom. 2 years and done. Sell the value of your top 3 spots. Sell the value of your top 3 spots. Don't sell the product. Sell the value of your top 3 spots. Don't sell the product. And don't end there. Keep selling the value of getting in at the top. Just because they didn't take your top 3 spots doesn't mean you're not getting at the top. Anybody getting in your first year is getting in at the top. Anybody getting your first 6 months is getting really in at the top. Anybody getting in your first 90 days is really, really getting in at the top. Anybody getting in your first month is really, 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 really getting in at the top. The worst thing you can do is get in and dibble dabble at this thing your first week and your first month. Go hard. Now, what's this system? Well, we're going to have Mr. Matthew Byers, 40-day Ruby, going over the nuts and bolts and details of the system. But let me give you a high-level perspective, and he's going to narrow it down into the details. It's called Peak, Webinar, Edify, 3-way. Pique their interest, get them onto the webinar, the mobile application, edify, build value and credibility for your upline, your leader, your executive you're working with, and put them onto a 3-way call. Put them onto a 3-way call to answer questions. You don't want to be the one answering questions. When you peak, they're going to have questions. You pass. You pass those questions off to your edified leader. Peak and pass. Peak and pass. Say it with me. Peak and pass. You want to send them the info. You want to ask when they're going to have time to take a look at it. Don't just send them the info. Don't just give them the product. You want to make sure they're going to take the product and follow up. You want to make sure they're going to have a take a look at the info and have a time and a deadline when they're going to take a look at the info. Don't be the deal, just be the messenger. Edify your leader, let them be the deal, put them on the phone. It's all about getting them to like it just as much as it is about getting them to believe they can do it. And if you have all the questions answered and you know all the answers and details, they're going to be thinking, I don't know if I can do this. I'm not smart like him. I don't have all the answers. So you want to be the not know anything guy, but the peak and pass guy. Pique their interest, pass them off to the edified upline expert guy. If you're the best explainer, they're not going to believe they can do it. You don't want to be the expert or the explainer. And look, they don't respect you in this business anyways. You're new. They know you're new. You just told them you're new. You just told them it's your new business project. The most successful people in the world could get into this thing, and they're going to be asking me, how come my friends won't listen to me? Well, because you're new, and they know that you're new at this, and they shouldn't be listening to you. So stop explaining and answering questions. This is why so many people join MLM and don't have the success they want, because they explain it to everybody and dump it on everybody and spew it all over everybody. It happens to everyone. That's why you have to follow the system so it doesn't happen to you. Don't go do that. Follow this advice. See, they have to like it and say to themselves, wow, I could do that. I could send out a text message. I could ask my friend if they're open to taking a look at some information, if they're open to downloading an app and taking a look at this, and I could put someone on the phone. Wow, this could work for me. And that's what you got to do, ladies and gentlemen, because you don't have 9 years of experience. You can't be the deal. And even though I was the deal, I stopped being the deal. I don't want to be the deal. I'm introducing and edifying my upline, Purple Diamond David Nieves. I'm putting people on the phone with David Nieves. I'm getting people in front of David Nieves. That's what you want to do with us. That's what we want to do. That's what you want to do. That's what we all do. That's why the done-for-you model and sending text message, copy, paste, send works so well. Use text messages if you're nervous to make phone calls. It works plenty fine. But if you have experience or you have phone skills, make calls. Make calls. It's more effective since they can hear the passion in your voice. Now, here's very important. Capture this. Remember this. Write this down. How do you make your VIP 20? Who do I talk to first? You just randomly call whoever you feel like calling first? No. You want to talk to the number one guy you have on your list because he could be great at this? No. You want to have a systematic way of going about your VIP 20. VIP 20. If you want to get to Ruby in your first 30 days like I did, here's how I did it. Number one, the first handful of people you put on your list are the ones you can influence into the business, no questions asked. They're going to join because you're joining. They look up to you. They're in because you're in. Call them and close them with confident language. Close some apps. Get them in the system. Don't beat around the bush. Get right to it. Get straight to it. Sign up a few people, the ones you have influence on. Your little sister, your business partner, people, my mom, my sister, my best friend who I always done lots of businesses with. He's in because I'm in. Matt Byers, he was in because I'm in. I'm like, bro, I'm joining a new company. He's like, okay. Basically, the conversation was more or less, okay, I'm in. It wasn't like a sales pitch. It's like, dude, I'm doing this and you're doing it with me. And he's like, okay, I'm doing it, I guess. That's it. So first people on the list, the ones you have influence over. Next, second group of people you put on your list that we're going to approach in this order. Those that you care about helping. The ones who, when you're rich, you want to take them on vacation with you and not have to be paying for them. We're going to put them in at the top and let Kyani pay for it. So those you care about helping. Now, these are people you don't necessarily even need them to do work. You don't even need them to do the business. We're going to build them their team for them. See, they can be silent partners if they want and just override the equity. We're going to build them 60% of their business. One leg is allowed to be 60% of your business volume for any promotion. So you just want them at the top because you know you're going to build this thing big. You know how big this is going to be, and you want your friends and family at the top. You know how valuable those positions are going to be, and you don't want them to miss out. Leverage the first few apps that you got in your holding tank to get your loved ones in at the top above them. Third group of people, these are the winners. These are the leaders. These are the players. These are the hustlers, the champions, the sharks, the network marketers, the people who man, if this guy gets a hold of it, it's over. That leg will be done. That leg will just be done. That's when you want to go next after these people, after those first two groups. Why? Because you're already having success. You've already got a few people in your team. You've already got some people joining. You've already got people in, and you're leaving these people behind. They're not going to want to get left behind. They're going to be in because $600 is not enough to keep these people out. They're going to be afraid of missing out. They're like me. David didn't go after me first. He went after all the other people. Then he says, hey, he's in this thing making $70,000 a month. And I'm like, shoot, I'm not going to let you get rich without me. I'm in. So the people who if they did this, they'd blow it up. Sharks build the business. Sharks are the line drivers. Sharks love to sell and don't mind selling. Sharks just want to know they have something they believe in, and they're going to go sell it. Sharks don't want to get left behind. Tell the sharks how you're already doing well and how you're already on your way. You don't need them to do this with you, but you want them to do this with you. And you're going to build a team with or without them, but you don't want to leave them behind. Powerful language. Use bold language. People follow strength, not weakness. Next topic. After your VIP 20, see, most people can make a list of 20 of people they relatively have quite a bit of contact with on a daily, monthly, weekly basis. People that they have good connections with. People they're kind of talking to regularly. But after that, we start getting into people we haven't talked to in 5 years. Start getting into people we only met once. Start getting into people we barely know on Facebook. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is relationship marketing. So you got your VIP 20, and now we got our top 80. Our top 80 relationship marketing. If you didn't go Jade in your first week, you need to get on a diet of John C. Maxwell. Write down that author. John C. Maxwell, just go pick any book out that he's ever written and it'll benefit your life. If you didn't go Jade in your first week, read John C. Maxwell books on relationships like Winning with People. And everyone communicates, few connect. John C. Maxwell. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it's relationship marketing. So build a big list, and then we're going to connect with people. Reach out to people. Connect with them. Not just send them a link. Not just prospect them. Not just pitch them. We're going to connect with people and let them know you care. Don't be like a nuclear power plant disconnected from the grid. If you don't connect with people, you're not going to be connected, right? I mean, that's logical. If you're not connected with them, then you're not connected, right? It's all about connecting. And they're going to join because of you, then because of the business. You see, they won't be open to how good this is if they don't feel like you value them and you care about them. Attack the list thoughtfully and strategically. Rekindle those relationships. Strike up those conversations. Ask people how they're doing, what's new with them. Start conversations that maybe take a week or 2 or 3 to go back and forth. And when they finally ask you what you're doing and what's up with you, bam, now you've got a reason. Now you've got an open door to tell them about what you're doing. And you don't beat around the bush. You don't talk about your job that you hate. You go right into, oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe it, this new thing I'm doing, bam, and you get right into it. Reconnect with 10 to 20 people per day. If you got a list of 1,000 contacts on Facebook, don't bombard your Facebook wall. Connect with 10 to 20 people per day. Get back to them 2 or 3 weeks later. Be a human, not a salesperson. This is not sales, ladies and gentlemen. It's marketing. It's network marketing. It's relationship marketing. It's not sales. We don't close a deal. We open a relationship. We start a new journey that we're going to go on with somebody for a lifetime of building business together. Don't solicit everyone on your 356 person Facebook contact list. Connect with them. Whoever's on the phone the most their first month wins, texting or phone calling. You know, the reason I've been having such high numbers and success, I recruited 14 people that turned into over 200. It's because I've been connecting. You know, anyone can get their top VIP 20 with text messages and get 3 people in quick if they connect with people. If you've been a hermit, if you've been out of the loop, if you've been disconnected from people, you're going to have to rebuild relationships. It's relationship marketing. But the best news is there's people out there hungry for opportunity, and we're going to go find them. It'll take time to develop those skills of connecting and influence and credibility, but they're the highest paying skills in the marketplace. It's a good idea to start investing into developing them. But imagine how powerful you'll be once you do have those skills. Now, a super top secret tip to network marketing some people never figure out because they think it's like sales is that we want to be duplicatable. It's not sales. It's about duplication. This is not about being great or being special. It's about learning these strategies from someone that knows them and then using them to build your team. You guys should be more successful than me because you have me helping you. Plus, you don't have 9 years of bad habits to relearn. You see, when you learn these team fusion strategies, you can use it to build a team and then teach it to others so they can build a team. And I'm going to wrap this up. A couple more topics here. See, when you get good at teaching it and communicating it so you don't sound salesy or pushy and just explain it to people so they can understand and connect with you, then you're going to have a conversation that's going to open them up to new ideas and new ways of thinking of things they hadn't thought of before, and they're going to want to join. See, mastery is about doing it in a way that they feel like they didn't get sold, but that you genuinely care and you're trying to help people find solutions to their problems. You got to care and share. Solutions to their time problems, solutions to their money problems, solutions to their health problems. Care and share. Listen twice as much as you talk, and they'll tell you what you should be talking about. Care and share. Actually care about people, and you'll build a team. You got to treat this like a business. It's about understanding that just because you paid $600 to get in doesn't mean it's a $600 business. In a business, you're responsible to make money. It's a responsibility to make money. Your first priority is to make your initial investment back and become profitable. That's a must. This is a business. You got into this thing. Everything stops in your life until we get you profitable. We got to get you profitable right away. This is a business. That's why we make a big list to guarantee our results without having to be emotional about who likes it and who doesn't and who joins and who doesn't. Because you treat this like a business, you want to learn the skills. Anything you can make good money at takes time to learn how it's done. You just have to get into the gym. If you get into the gym and you bang around, you might get some benefits, but you also might get injured. That's why it's worth it to invest in a personal trainer, a coach, a mentor, to show you where the advantages are. So number one, you don't get hurt. But number two, so you learn where the advantages are and you can speed up the results. You know, I'm a personal trainer. I'm personal ACE certified, NASM certified. Why would someone pay me to personally train them and then not take my advice? Well, I'll tell you what, someone pays me to personally train them and they're not taking my advice. I give them their money back. I don't want to train them. Why am I going to waste my time? That's got to be your attitude. We're looking for people that are coachable. We'll help you get straight to the top. You can create your own paycheck once you know these skills. That's why I flew to Rome to get the training. Rome, Italy to get the training to learn the skills. That's why I flew to Dallas, Texas to get the training to learn the skills. That's why then next month I drove to Dallas, Texas with 21 people to get more training so they could see what I saw to get them trained up like me. That's why we brought the training here to San Diego last weekend with 150 people in the room so they could get the training and not have to go all the way to Dallas, Texas. You know, and people here only have to drive down the street, only have to drive a half hour, an hour, 2 hours. How convenient. You say, oh, San Diego's far. No, Pluto is far. People came from Boston, Massachusetts to come to our training. It works. I'm telling you, it works. Look, I don't want to waste one day building tomorrow's business with yesterday's skills. I don't want to waste one day doing the wrong things just because I didn't take the time to listen to the webinar, to go to the regional training, to come to the Tuesday night meeting. That's why we love this business so much, because it's so easy, because it's done for you. It's a done for you model. Once you have the skills, you can reverse engineer your paycheck based on the compensation plan and go out and use the system to create exactly what you want in your life. You want to use the system to fill the pipeline with so many people. It's like dumping a bucket of quarters in that big, gigantic funnel at the mall, and they're all spinning around, spinning around, spinning around, spinning around. You can't even focus on one of them. There's so many focus spinning around, and then they all start dumping out the bottom, and they all start falling through the funnel. Don't get caught up on people who could be good, but say no, or people that could be great, but they're still thinking about it. No, they can't be great. They're thinking about it. Move on to the next person, go have success, and they'll be in later on. It's all about learning these skills to impact more people. Every dollar we make, it's because someone's life is being impacted by the product. We're helping people make money more than any other company out there. We love this business because every day we wake up thinking, who's a lucky son of a gun that gets to meet me today? And last but not least, you guys, a couple last minute tips here. Use your chain of support. Use your chain of support. You know, you can't just call Matt Byers for every question you have. He has too many people on his team. Call your upline Jade. Then if you can't get a hold of them, call your upline Pearl. Then if you can't get a hold of them, call your upline Sapphire. Then if you can't get to them, call your upline Ruby. My name's Charles. I'm a Ruby. I may be your upline Ruby. My phone number is 480-273-3315. 480-273-3315. But if you call me before you called IBO rep support, corporate support, or before you called your Jade, Pearl, or Sapphire, that's not going to be a good conversation. So after you call me, then you call your Emerald. Then you call your Diamond. Our diamond is Angel Dobbs. Angel Dobbs and Nick Soto. Angel Dobbs' phone number is 214-207-5529. 214-207-5529. When do you call Angel Dobbs? When you call me and I tell you to call Angel Dobbs because I don't have the answer. But you called me first and I passed you up the chain of support. And then you got David Nieves, Purple Diamond. When do you call him? When Angel tells you to call him, or when I tell you to call him, or because you got someone down in Mexico and he's handling Mexico, 214-680-2322. 214-680-2322. But with 2,000 people joining his team every month, you can't waste his time with nonsense. You can't waste his time with a question that corporate support could have helped with. And you want this system duplicating for you so that when you're Ruby, so when you're Diamond, when you're Purple Diamond, you're not having to answer everyone's questions either. You have a system that's answering people's questions, and you have that lifestyle, and you have this business building itself. So we got to do it if we want to duplicate it. Leaders build organizations. Builders lead organizations. The mission is impact 1 million lives by 2018. Only real numbers, and no one gets left behind. Last but not least, prioritize the events. Prioritize the events. Prioritize the events. I'm not saying don't prioritize other things in your life like your health or your marriage or any of these other things that are so important. The reasons why we do this business are for those things. But don't get into this business to make those things better and then not do the business because those things get in the way. That doesn't even make any sense. What I'm saying is you've been making your own decisions for a whole long time, and it's gotten you to a place where you're here. You find yourself here wanting this to work, and it won't happen, and it won't work without you prioritizing the events. Building event to event to event to regional event, and then event to event to event to regional event, and weekly event to weekly event to weekly event into the regional event. Build event to event. Done for you. DFY, the Tuesday night DFYs, building up to the next week, building up to the next week. Why do you think we started events? Why do you think we have the events? To have less momentum? Do you think we have events to have less momentum because we want to spend $2,000 renting out a hotel room and have less momentum? Of course not. See, when you realize that you have the same business that we do, you're going to realize the same strategies that make it look so easy for us, you can employ. You can employ to work for you. And we build event to event. And that's what you want to do. And if you just adopt that, if you just accept that, this business is going to be so easy for you to build. But if you don't, and you skip events, if you're a sometimer, if you're a once in a whiler, it's going to be inconsistent. You won't build the momentum you're looking for. That's not how I didn't go Ruby like that. I went to Ruby by bringing 20 people to the event in Dallas. You got to bring people to the event. Come to every event with more and more people. That's all. Come to every event with more people. Here's our motto, ladies and gentlemen. No one gets left behind. And we have events locally. But if you don't come, there's nothing I can do for you. I'm going to invest my time with people that come to events. Take massive action, ladies and gentlemen. Stick with your warm market, people you know, even if you barely know them, even if you once knew them. Warm market. Follow the system that Matt is going to lay out for you, that Matthew Byers is going to lay out for you right now. 40-day Ruby Matthew Byers is going to lay out for you right now. Be excited. Move fast. Don't get hung up on people. Just keep moving to the next person. Build a big list and get people off the list. It doesn't even matter whether they're in or they're out. We just want them off the list. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this has been helpful. You may want to re-listen to this. There is so much density of power-packed information in here. There is no possible way you could have gotten it all at once. There's no possible way you could have gotten it all listening to it twice. It took me 9 years to learn all this stuff. You cannot get all this information sunk into your mind and be able to implement it with listening to it 3 times. I'd recommend listen to it 4 times and go get rich. Let me introduce you to my good friend, Matthew Byers. I couldn't have had the momentum I'm having without him. He was my right-hand man, my general, launching here in San Diego, now spreading all over Southern California and around the country. His leadership is what's inspired so many people. He's a mentor of many. He's handling his own business. He's a Ruby. He caught up to me. And now I'm working scared just trying to get to another level above him. It's unbelievable. This guy's on his way. He's on his way to Emerald and Diamond. He's going to go to the top of the compensation plan. And I can tell you why. Because he has a work ethic that none of us can match. As hard as I want to work, as hard as you want to work, you can't match it. And that's what makes this business successful. That's what makes him successful. That's what guarantees him success, is he's not sitting around waiting for his team to have success. He's just going to go recruit a new team. He's just going to go build more team because he works, ladies and gentlemen. And if he works, that's why this works. And if you work, it'll work for you too. It's not work marketing. It's network marketing. And he's a worker and he's a leader. And I'm excited for you to hear from him the nuts and bolts and actual details of what you got to do to get started, Mr. Matthew Allen Byers.
Wow, that was absolutely incredible. Charles, I have to thank you so much because you're the one that actually led the way for me. You're the one that showed me incredible work ethic. You're the one that led by example, and I had an amazing example to follow with you. And so if it weren't for Charles Rudaball, we're so lucky that we have him here in the San Diego marketplace. We're so lucky that we have him at the very front, leading the way, leading the path, and allowing us to have financial freedom for our families. I'm so thankful for him because if it weren't for that 3 phone calls that he made that I ignored twice, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. My parents wouldn't be able to be retired. So I definitely have him to thank. We're going to get into the actual system. I'm going to get into step-by-step, intricate details, all the way down to the last nook and cranny, exactly what you want to follow when launching your business. So if you guys are actually listening to this right now, you're probably just brand new starting. Maybe you've been in for a little bit, but you want to master the system. But a lot of you are going to be listening to this when you're brand new. And so I'm going to get into what exactly you want to do when you meet with your mentor, when you meet with the individuals that have, number one, sponsored you into the business, but their upline that's actually sitting down with you and helping you to have success. So that's what this is meant to be. So I'm going to get into it right now. So I'm just going to get into a few tips here. Know who you're talking to in relation to yourself. So what you're going to be doing when you're sitting down with your mentor, yeah, they're going to go over the compensation plan. They're going to get into the reason why you're doing this business. They're going to show you how to hit Sapphire in your first 30 days, how to hit Jade, make that $600 bonus, and they're going to show you how to hit Pro. So they're going to go over all of that, and they're going to show you, teach you about the events and your Kyani borrow and all that. But what's really, really important is knowing who you're actually talking to, actually getting into action when you're sending out, when you're sitting there at your at the launch event. Okay, because action, everyone kind of starts out with high levels of anxiety and low levels of knowledge. And as your knowledge increases, your anxiety is going to decrease. And we could tell you and spit facts and give you all the information till you're blue in the face. But the one thing that you're going to remember is that you have people that are interested in the webinar. The one thing that you're going to remember is that you have people that are interested. The one thing that you're going to remember is that you have a new IBO that signed up, right? Because you're not going to be able to retain all the information that will give you. It's just way too much information. And so you just make sure that when you get with your leaders, that you're sending out texts, that you're making phone calls, that you have results from your launch. And you want to launch within 24 to 48 hours of you getting started, of you seeing this business. Because I'm telling you what, every day that goes by, you're just going to lose that momentum. So you want to get started right away. So here are the tips I'm going to get into. So know who you're texting in relationship to yourself. So do they look up to you? Right? That's who you want to go after first, as Charles went over. Or do you look up to them? Are these individuals on the same level as you? Or do they look up to you? So you want to have different scripts for different types of people. There are different scripts for the different types and variations of people that you're talking to, okay? We're only going to send out links once we know when they're going to actually watch the webinar, when they're going to look at some information, and we have them committed to the time, or that you can get them, you get them a deadline that they're going to be able to look over the information. So remember that we're not trying to dump info on any people, on anyone. We're not soliciting people. We're just trying to find out if they're open to checking out some information. So just follow the scripts, find the ones that fit well with you and relative to who you're talking to, right? Know your personality, know who you're talking to, know who they are in relationship to you. If you have a screenshot app on your phone, you can get help from your upline on what you can say, the verbiage to use, and how to respond to people. So if you get stuck, that's what's so cool about this copy-paste business and being able to text. You don't have to know exactly what to say right away. You could talk to your upline, your Jade, your Pearl, your Sapphire, your Ruby, and they're going to go ahead and send you exactly what to say, and then you can copy and paste that, and you can send that to your prospect that you're going out there and talking to and trying to get into the business or become a customer. Now, if you're being active and you're doing work, you're contacting people, you should be contacting your upline at least 20 times per day. That's what I'm seeing. That's the average, right? I'm getting hit up a whole bunch, and you know what? The people that are actually contacting me, those are the ones that I'm working with. That's all I know that they're winning. They're actually doing work. So we want to help you say the right things and get the best results. It's part of the system. It's to use your upline until you become the upline, and then you can teach it. Okay? You are never bugging us by calling us or texting too much. I promise you that. That's how we identify who the players are and who is actually working this business. That's how we determine who we're going to help out the most. So just know you're never bugging your upline. Okay, make it mandatory to contact your upline at least once a day or every other day when you first get started. Also, make sure that you are contacting your team on a daily basis to find out how they're doing. What questions do they have? What type of responses are they getting? And how many contacts that they've made? You want to keep them accountable, and you want to have a plan of action and have them set weekly goals for themselves, and then check in on them to make sure that they're hitting those goals and see how close they are and see how you can help them out. Always lead with the business first and then fall back on the product if they want to try the product first. Okay, I've recruited personally 16 people, and I only gave the product to 2 people that wanted to try it first before they actually ended up joining. But always pique interest on the business side of it first, cast vision for the business, cast vision for the system, the done-for-you model, and the money that can be made and be generated. So I'm going to go into first the customer sample approach. So the customer sample approach, it does work. Okay, I'm not saying it doesn't work. 8 out of 10 conversion rate, 80%, best in the industry. It just works much slower if you lean with the product. Really, really slow. I mean, you're looking at least 6 to 10 days out before you even have a chance, one iota, at acquiring a customer or business partner this way. So it's great if you know the prospect has a condition that Kyani helps really well. That's absolutely fine, and you can get a list of all the different diseases or conditions that it helps out. Just text us, and we'll go ahead and send that to you. Angel has an amazing text she sent me as well. Save the 7-day trial packs for professionals and the A players and people with influence. Okay, everyone else put together either a 5 or a 7-day trial pack. Use Ziploc bags with 5 or 7 of the Sunrise, 1 of the Nitro bottles, and then put in 10 to 14 of the Sunset pills, depending if it's a 5-day or a 7-day. Place a product brochure in the Ziploc bag. You can go to teamfusionwebsite.com, just so you know. You can log in and you can print out a brochure under printable brochures and put it in the sample pack that you make. And then your prospects can look at that. Make sure the day after you get the sample pack that you ask them, hey, how do you like the taste? Why? Because that's going to ensure they're actually taking the product. You do not want to hand this out. This is like liquid gold to someone that's not going to take it. This is valuable stuff, okay? Make sure that you track when you give them the samples so that you know when to follow up with them. Okay, always give them 1 day without the product. Follow up with them so they feel the effects of not being on the product. So if you give them a 5-day product, call them day 6. If you give them 7 days worth of the samples, call them on day 8. So they have 7 days worth and then 1 day off. They're really going to feel the effects because it's 60,000 calories of nutrients being absorbed into their bodies that they never get even in 1 month's time frame. Have them download the app and watch certain testimonial videos. Okay, have them watch the earn income videos, the product videos, so that they realize there's a huge opportunity to help people and make money with this. Make sure not to make claims that this cures any disease whatsoever. I'm going to repeat that. That is so important. Never make claims that this cures any disease, because it doesn't. It just helps the body to become healthier, to become the miracle. Just tell stories. Okay, this is what it's done for a lot of people. I don't know what it's going to do for you, but just try it for a few days. I'll hit you up and you tell me how it feels. Do not be salesy. The product sells itself. People are going to have their own stories. The story that they create is by how they feel. And if they feel great, 8 out of 10 conversion, it does. People feel great on this. And that's how you're going to go out there and you're going to acquire customers and business partners. The Team Fusion system. So I'm just going to go over this real quick. If it's never going to happen perfectly like this, we definitely understand that. But if you wanted it to happen perfectly, this is a perfect system to follow. This is how it's going to happen, just like this. So first is the introduction. You're going to say hi. Okay, don't just bombard them with your opportunity. So first say hi. Then 2, you're going to pique interest. You're going to take the direct approach with them 90% of the time. 10% of the time you can take the indirect approach, especially if you're building a relationship with them. You haven't talked to them for 20 years or whatnot. So you pique interest, and then you're going to send them over information, either the overview call, the webinar, the comp plan video, the product video, etc. All right. After you send them information, you're going to follow up with them immediately after. Right when you get that alert. Do not let 3, 4, 5 days go by. Okay. Strike when the iron's hot. After you follow up with them, 3-way call. Edify a mentor, have your mentor answer the questions and get them to the next step. What's the next step? You want to get them to a home meeting, a 2-on-1, or a webinar presentation. From that home meeting, 2-on-1, or webinar presentation, we're going to promote the DFY event. We want to get them to the Done For You weekly event. The weekly meeting here in San Diego is Tuesday at 7:30 in San Diego, okay? And then after they sign up, you want to launch their business within 24 hours. So this here, 24 to 48 hours. 24 hours is best, but for some reason they can't get with you within 24 hours, then do it within 48 hours. That is so important. That is crucial. We want to create that culture of launching everyone's business. If we do not launch someone's business, we're doing a disservice to them. We want to get with them. We want to help them out, because so many times I've seen people going out there and hitting up their friends, their family, talking about it, leading with the products, explaining everything, going and ruining their warm market, and they have a really bad start because their whole warm market's squashed. So we want to be there with them, to send text with them, to help them out and get them a win. So that's why we want to launch them within 24 hours. So this is the system. The acronym I have for system is saving yourself time, energy, and money. Follow the system. Your results are guaranteed over time. Don't follow the system. Your individual results will vary. And it's like throwing spaghetti on the walls and seeing what sticks. This system put in 60,000 distributors in 17 months, so we know it works. Let's follow it. So number one, introduction. Hey, how's your day going so far? Hey, happy 2016. How's your new year going so far? What's up, John? How's your week going? Anything special planned for the weekend? Right? We're just being personable. We're asking them how they're doing. We're saying what's up. Hey, how's it going today? I had a quick question I wanted to ask you. Then you can get right into it if you know them real well. How's it going? What have you been up to lately? Anything special? Happy 2016. How's the new year going for you so far? Any special goals you have? Now, you're going to be able to go back and see this. This is being recorded, so you could just pause it here. You can write these down later on. Same goes for all these scripts that I'm going to get into as well for Piquing Interest. But the goal here is not to spam someone. It's not to spam anyone, not just to send out links or just get into it real fast. You just want to initiate the conversation first. It's going to make it so much easier on your new distributor. It's going to make it so much easier on you, and it puts you and your new distributors at ease before making that first contact to someone, because yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking even when sending it out. Okay, now Piquing Interest, your VIP 20. Charles went over this earlier. Now the first of the VIP 20, you're going to segment into the top 5 people you can influence into the business. Okay, these people are in just because you're in. Charles spoke to me first. He said, Matt, you're doing this. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm doing it. What are we doing? Right? I didn't need to be sold on this. I didn't need to see the comp plan or the product. When I knew Charles was doing this, I was in. So you want to use your influence to go after the low-hanging fruit first. So we just want to get people signed up for you. We want to get you a win. We want to help you hit Jade and get that $600 bonus and get Jade within your first 3 days, so you have that story and you can tell your story for the lifetime of your career on Kyani. Your story stays with you forever. So we want to create that fast story. So let's just get you a win, and let's get you get some excitement built up. So here's a few scripts that you can utilize with your the people that you can influence into this business. They're in because you're in, right? Hey, bro, you're in because I'm in. I'm not going to leave you behind. I have a bunch of people I'm going to be talking to, like at least 100 people, and you're the first one I'm talking to. I'm not leaving you behind. I'm taking you with me, and you're going to override all of it. So you're doing this with me. Hey, I have a business I just started with some really successful entrepreneurs, and I wanted to run it by you. I think you'll be extremely interested in it. I'm going to send you the info, but you're doing this with me, and we're going to change everything for us. All right, so go ahead and write those down. So you're in because I'm in. I'm not going to leave you behind. I have a bunch of people I'm going to be talking to, like at least 100 people, and you're the first person I'm talking to. I'm not leaving you behind. I'm taking you with me, and you're going to override all of it. You're doing this with me. I use that a lot. Okay, you want to sell the top position. Charles mentioned it earlier. Do not sell the business. Don't talk about the specifics of the product all the time. You want to talk about overriding the business, going far with this, what Team Fusion has done, where we're going. Now I'm going to get into number 2. These are the top 5 people you care about and who you want to be at the top to override everything. So you already have people in your holding tank from category 1, and now you use those people to get to the people you care about and above them. Hey, I found a way to help you make a few thousand per month without jeopardizing what you're doing currently by using an app on a smartphone. You have to take a look at it. I care about you and I want you to benefit from it. I found a way to help you make a few thousand per month without jeopardizing what you're doing currently by using an app on a smartphone. You have to take a look at it. I care about you and I want you to benefit from it. It doesn't matter if you do anything or not. I'm going to build this really big and you're going to be at the top, at the very top. You're going to have a power position and you're going to be able to override a third of my entire business. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to. You'll just own an equity position. I'll build you $1 million business that you could even sell if you want to later on. All that matters is that you get in at the top. I have someone I'll position in your team and you can override all that activity for life. Right? So you're talking to the people that you care about. Now you're going to go into the top 5 people that you really hope they join. This is called recruiting up. This is where the magic happens. This is where the big magic happens. This is what will blow up your business, right? You don't want to go out there and just recruit 1s and 2s. You want to go for the 8s, 9s, and 10s. Now that you got your family and your best friends at the very top of your organization, you're going to recruit the players. All right, so you want to approach these people after your closest friends and family so you can benefit. They can benefit from these guys coming on board. So these are your leaders, your serial entrepreneurs. They love money. They're money motivated. They're hungry. They have influence. They're competitive, ambitious. They're sharks, the killers, the networkers. These are your players. Here's what you say to your players. I have a new business venture or a new business idea I wanted to run by you. I think you'll be quite intrigued with it. I know you're super savvy, and I was wondering if you'd give me your opinion on it. Are you open to multiple streams of income? So we're utilizing different type of language for your AA players. Okay, so I have a new business venture, a new business idea I wanted to run by you. I think you'll be quite intrigued with it. I know you're super savvy in business. I know you're super savvy. I was wondering if you can give me your opinion on it. Are you open to multiple streams of income? Second, hey, I have a business idea I think you'd be very interested in. You're super savvy in business, and I would love to get your professional opinion on it. If you're open to multiple streams of income, that is. Question mark. So I have a business idea I think you'd be very interested in. You're super savvy in business, and I would love to get your professional opinion on it if you're open to multiple streams of income, that is. Question mark. Next, I'm starting one of the biggest business projects of my life. I've partnered with some very successful entrepreneurs. It's pretty genius what they're doing. We're using a system that utilizes a mobile app to promote a health and nutrition system. I respect you more than you know and be honored if you give me your professional opinion on it. If your mind is open to new business ventures, that is. Right? So what are we doing? We're just piquing interest. We're seeing if they're open to looking at it. So I'm starting one of the business projects of my life. I've partnered with some very successful entrepreneurs. Pretty genius what they're doing. We're using a system, we're using a system that utilizes a mobile app to promote a health and nutrition system. I respect you more than you know and be honored if you can give me your professional opinion on it. If your mind is open to new business ventures, that is. Okay, and you could cater this to yourself as long as you're following the script and as long as you're following the system somewhat. Now, two, the last five. These are people that are on your chicken list. You're nervous to talk to them, right? So these people, you're scared to talk to them. They're called your chicken list for a reason. These guys are way up there, multimillionaires. Maybe it's your doctor. Maybe it's your lawyer. All I know is I called my lawyer, and he came out and he looked at the info. Right? But what's so funny is that people are successful in life. People that are really successful. There's a reason for that. The reason why is because they look at opportunities. They're open-minded. Right? They'll go and evaluate information. That's why they're successful. I met a billionaire that said, as soon as I'm not open to opportunity, it's the day I'm stagnant. I'm going down. And I was like, how profound. Of course, right? That's why he's a billionaire. But you definitely want to talk to your chicken list. These are people who are already successful. They have influence, and they're exactly who we want in our business. These people are successful for a reason. Most of the time, it's because they're open-minded. Like I said, they look at new business ventures. We want to go for people with credibility because they know other people who have credibility. They have a lot more contacts. They have a lot more influence. They have a lot more personal power. And all you need are 3 A players, and you're set. It's better to have 3 leaders than 1,000 followers. These people usually have more money, but they lack time. And by the way, they'll never discourage you. They will never say anything bad about your opportunity. They'll always support you. The worst thing that's going to happen is they become your customer. Just go for it. So they're trapped a lot of the times. They have no plan B. They have no time. If you're afraid to talk to them, that's a sign that you definitely want to go talk to them. Okay? So here's some of the scripts that you're going to utilize for individuals that are on your chicken list that are really successful. Hey, I have a ton of respect for you and everything you've accomplished in your professional career. What you've been able to accomplish in business is absolutely amazing. I'm just getting started in business and was wondering if you can give me your professional opinion on it. Maybe you can give me some referrals and point me in the right direction. I am telling you guys, these scripts work so dang good. This is what helped me. This is what launched my career, talking to a chicken lister using these scripts. So I have a ton of respect for you and everything you've accomplished in your professional career. What you've been able to accomplish in business is absolutely amazing. I'm just getting started in business. And I was wondering if you could give me your professional opinion on it. Maybe you can give me some referrals and point me in the right direction. I have a ton of respect for you because of everything you've done in business. and I want to show you this new project I'm working on. Not necessarily so you'd be part of it, but I just love your feedback on it. If you could evaluate it for me and tell me what you think, I would be honored that you took the time and did that for me. Thought you might be able to point me in the right direction, question mark. Next, I'm working with some successful entrepreneurs. We're expanding a health and nutrition system through an app on a smartphone. The system merges internet marketing and network marketing together. I think you'll be interested in it, and I really respect you in business, and was wondering if you can give me your professional opinion on it. That works really good as well. I wanted to reach out to you because I respect you more than you can imagine, and I'm launching one of the biggest business projects of my entire life. We're utilizing a system that uses a mobile app on a smartphone to create passive income. I'm just getting started, and what you've been able to accomplish in your career is amazing, and I'd be truly honored if you can give me your professional opinion on it. It would mean a lot to me. Works great. Here's more scripts. I'm helping launch a new business where we can create six-figure incomes using an app on our smartphones. It's pretty genius because they've infused internet marketing and network marketing and made building passive income much simpler. I have a ton of respect for you and wanted to run it by you. Are you open to taking a look at it? Next. Hey, I'm launching a business I think you'll be extremely interested in. It's promoting a health and nutrition system through an app on a smartphone. You need to take a look and evaluate it. Can you take some time? Can you look at some info for me if I send it over to you? And these are all tried. These are all proven. These all work. Over our last 3 months, these are what's working good. Okay, so I wanted to reach out to you because I learned about a group of people who created six-figure incomes. They're using an app you can download for free on the App Store. I think I can get you in on this if you're willing to check it out and evaluate it. Question mark. Is your mind open to business? We've merged online marketing and network marketing and created a platform where we don't have to talk to anyone who doesn't want to talk to us first. The system is run through a mobile app. I think you'd be extremely interested in it, and I respect you a lot. I can send you over all the details if you're open to taking a look at it. Okay, so remember, just match this up to people that you're talking to. So some of these will work for certain people, and some of these won't work for certain people. So just know who you're talking to. Next, I have a business idea I wanted to run by you. I think you'll be interested in it. Wanted to see if your mind is open to business before I do, though. Pretty simple, straight to the point, right? Let's get to it. Transparency, I love it. I have a unique business project I wanted to run by you. I think you'll be extremely interested in it. May be able to help you get home to your kids. May be able to help you buy that new car that you always wanted. May be able to help you travel the world. Whatever it is that you know this, so you know these people really well. Okay, wanted to see if you're open to business ventures first before I do, though. It's in health and nutrition, and the system uses an app you can download through the App Store. I can send you info if you'd like. Right? Again, we're just trying to find out if they're open. All right, so once you find out that they're open, now we're going to send them the information. Have them evaluate it. This is what separates Team Fusion and Kyani from all the other companies out there, is that we can pre-inform everyone. They can look over the info, and then if they're interested, then they come out and they get more information. Right? We're not cold calling them, getting them off their couch, them not knowing what it is, and having to waste our time with 9 out of 10 people. 8 out of 10 people, 9 out of 10 people signed up because they know what they're coming to already. They've already seen the info, so now we're going to send them the info. Okay? Now know this, your job is not to explain and answer a bunch of questions. Your job is to move people to the webinar, the overview call, the comp plan video, or some sort of informational video. Only once you found out if your prospects are open to evaluating some information do you going to send any links. That's very important. Always, always, always get a time commitment before sending any links. If they can't give you a definitive time because they're too busy, just set a deadline for them. That's straight from the horse's mouth, Mr. David Nieves. Okay, so yeah, I'll check it out. What you got? Here's what you say. Perfect. I'll send you over all the information. It's a webinar that'll explain everything. We'll explain how everything works and the system behind it. Do you have time to look over it now, or would later on tonight work better for you? So we're giving them two options. Do you have time now, or will later on tonight work better for you? Okay. So you want to get that down. This is what you say after they say yes, they'll check it out. You can also say, perfect. I'll send you over the marketing plan. Do you have a few minutes right now, or would you prefer a different time that's better for you? So you don't just want to just send out the link. You're locking down a time. Okay. If they say now is good, Just send it to them. Okay? Say this. Cool. Here's the link. Input your info, then press on the black screen. It alerts me as soon as you're finished watching it. I'll message you here in about 30 minutes once I get the alert, and you can tell me if you're interested or not. What's the psychology behind this? They know that you know that they watched it. So now they have to do it. So that's the psychology behind it. You can tell. Yeah, funny. If they say that later is better time, then get the time that works for them. Only send the link at that specified time, or else it's going to get lost in all their 30 texts that they got throughout the day. And they're going to forget, and you're going to end up chasing them. And the last thing you want to do is chase them. Okay? 90% of the time, they will be busy. So you'll either need to get a time that works for them, or they'll say, hey, I'm at work right now. Say, okay, I'll send it to you at a better time. Is tonight a good night, or would some other day work better? So you're just trying to get a time, okay? Get a time commitment from them, or you can set a deadline. This is very important. It should always be done. If you can't lock down a time, make sure you send the link, but tell them a time you're going to follow up with them. Okay, so hey, okay, I'll send you the link. It alerts me as soon as you're finished watching it. I'll call you tomorrow night at 9 p.m. I'll get your thoughts, and you can tell me if you're interested or not. Right? You're giving them an out. You are letting them tell you it's okay if they're not interested. Because the last thing we want to do is be strung along. It's okay if they're interested. It's okay if they're not interested, but it's not okay if they string you along. So you want to let them know that it's okay to not be interested in it. Always get that time commitment, set a deadline so you're not chasing them. If you start chasing them, they're going to be thinking, if this is so good, why are they chasing me? And that's the last thing you want. If they have network marketing experience, or they're professional and they've been approached by many different network marketing businesses, don't just send them the webinar, send them the info call first. Here's what you say if you're speaking to someone that has network marketing experience. Instead of sending the webinar, you're going to send this. Hey, I'm going to send you over a call that is between a top producer in a different company and why he left for this company. It's a very eye-opening call, and it really sets apart the system from the thousands of others out there. I'll send you the call, and you tell me if you want more info or not. Okay? Now, sending the comp plan video. If you send the comp plan video first before any type of overview call or any type of webinar, hey, here's a video on the comp plan and how it works. It's only a few minutes long. I'm going to send it to you and then message you here in about 10 minutes and get your thoughts. It's now a good time for you, right? We're getting the time commitment. Okay, sending the product overview video. Here's a video on the product line that goes over the health system in detail. I'm going to send it to you and then message you in 10 minutes and get your thoughts. Okay, so that's if you send the product video first, right? The product overview video. And remember this, don't use product sample approaches for people that have MLM experience. Everybody does that, okay? You want to send them that overview call first. That is very important. 10 out of 11 people I sent that call to all signed up. They all signed up. You want to use the mobile app and you want to use that overview call. Okay, so now that we sent him information, now we follow up ASAP. Fortune is in the immediate follow-up. Make sure that as soon as you get that alert that you follow up with your prospects. Do not let a day or two, or even worse, 3 or more days go by without following up. That is so bad. So here's what you say immediately after they've watched the webinar or the overview call. Now, you also got to know who you're talking to. So some of these will work for certain people and some of these won't. So know who you're talking to before you send these out. You're going to know your prospects best. Here you go. They did $100 million in revenue in their first year using the system in Texas. We're going to do it again, except bigger, because they perfected everything now. I want to take you with me. You got to get more info on how this works. Next, do you want to get more info on how this works? Right? Just straight up, hey, do you want more info on this? Because our next goal is to get them to a home meeting, right? To get them to a next step. So just ask them if they want more info. Next, we're literally launching this market, and we're going to be the first ones to override all of it. I want to show you exactly how everything works in detail. What does your schedule look like the next few days? So you're just trying to book an appointment here. Okay, if you're really close to them, you can say, hey, are you in or are you out? No beating around the bush. Are you in or out? If not, next. It's all good. I'm working with some prestigious entrepreneurs. These guys are helping a lot of people. I want you to meet them and get some more information. Sound like something you're open to? If they're open, if they like it, if they're interested, they're going to come out. If they're not, they're not. Again, it's okay either way. Just make sure you follow up immediately after them watching the info. Okay. The next step of the process, three-way call and edification. So if your prospect starts asking you a bunch of questions and you're not sure how to answer them because you're new or you don't know any of the answers, you just need to do a three-way call so your mentor can answer all their questions and get all their concerns out of the way. If they're interested, tell them that they need to speak to who they're going to be in business with. Okay? So just remember that your upline, he's the Bill Gates, he's the Oprah Winfrey, or she. He or she is the Michael Jordan of this industry. You have to let your prospect know what a big deal they are because they don't know. There is no media to build up your upline's credibility like there is Bill Gates, like there is Oprah Winfrey, like there is these famous reality, these TV stars, okay? So you must build up your upline. You must build that respect so now that your upline can influence your prospect more. Otherwise, they're just a salesperson to them. So here's a few scripts that you're going to use. This is what you're going to say when you're edifying your upline. Ruby, Pearl, Sapphire, Jade, doesn't matter. It's the same for all of them. Okay, so hey, I'm working with one of the most well-known entrepreneurs in this market. Since I've aligned myself with them, my business has skyrocketed. They're one of the most sought-after leaders here, and they've helped so many people to have success. Let me get them on the phone so I can have all your questions answered correctly. Okay, so just edify them. Just let them know that they're busy. Let them know that you're extremely blessed to be able to work with them and that they helped a lot of people and that they're really down to earth and that they're really caring people and they're going to answer all their questions for them. Never ask your prospect, do you want to talk to them? This is bad. Always edify your leader before putting them on the call. Okay, so don't ask if you want to talk to them and always edify the leader before putting them on the call. It's super awkward when both parties are on the call and you're edifying your leader. So edify them first and then pass it over. Never refer to your leader as your upline. Don't call them by their first name or their nickname. Don't say, hey, here's Maddie. Hey, here's Charlie, right? No, here's Mr. Rudaball. Here's Mr. Byers, okay? Make them walk on water. Address them as your mentor or your business coach, Mr. Rudaball, Mrs. Rudaball, Mr. Byers, Mrs. Byers, whatever the case is, okay? Okay, the next part of the system, booking a second exposure. So when we do a three-way call, we're not trying to sign up your people. All we're trying to do is get them to a PBR, a home, which is a private business reception at a home, a 2-on-1 if they can't make that, or a done-for-you event. Promoting events is the single number one most important skill that you need to learn. You see it written there 6 times, all uppercase, all exclamation points. 6 times. Promoting events is the single number one most important skill that you need to learn. Effective launch, that's way, way up there. Promoting events is the single number one most important skill that you need to learn. This single most important skill. If you can get good at promoting events, you will be a red diamond. This is the number one skill. So you want to always set an appointment with your prospect. Just get it on the books. Just get it on the books. We'll make it work. Okay, just set that appointment. If they say, oh, they can't make, the home meeting, don't just say, okay, well, I'll talk to you later. Set the appointment. Get another appointment on the books. An appointment, by the way, guys, is a day, it's a time, and a location. If you have a day with no time and no location, it's not an appointment. If hey, it's 3 o'clock, okay, where are we meeting at? Oh, I'm not sure. I'll call. No, get a day, a time, and a location. Get all 3, else it's not an appointment. Be professional. The last thing you want to do is be playing phone tag with people, getting ignored, hoping they reply back with a response and chasing people down. Always set an appointment. Bam, bam. Book a meeting from a meeting. That's going to help you and serve you so well. Always book for the next home meeting unless there's a DFY. Then you can book into that day event, okay, that DFY event. There's usually a home meeting going on every day at 7 o'clock. If there isn't, then just set the appointment for 7 p.m. and we'll make that day the home meeting. We'll tell everyone else and everyone else will start to invite to it. That's how we do it. Just set the appointment. If your prospects aren't available at the time of the home meeting, ask them what their schedule looks like, then set the appointment based on their schedule. But always book that appointment. Don't just say, oh, okay, I'll call you later and we'll find a better day. Just set the appointment, but at a different time. Always get an appointment. I can't stress that enough. Here's the language that you're going to use. Just promote with passion, be bold, have courage, have enthusiasm, and have posture. So here's the language that I use when promoting for a home event. I say the same thing every time, and you have it right here. Just read it. We're going to be having a corporate overview Thursday at 7. That's going to go into the specific details on each of the products, the specifics of the system, how they created a $100 million business in a year, how the mobile app works, the comp plan specifics, each of the bonuses, and the different positions you can hit. You're going to be able to meet some of the top leaders in San Diego. You're going to be able to see who you're building business with so you can fully evaluate this, so you can feel comfortable and you can get all the information before making a decision. You're building value for that. I mean, you just want to say, hey, come to a meeting. Hey, come to a home meeting. Right? There's no value there. They're going to flake on you. So you really want to build that value. You really want to build that value. If they say no, they can't make it, just ask them what their schedule looks like. Book them into the next appointment that works with their schedule. But always be promoting that next event. Your business will live and die by the amount of guests that you can get to attend events. And your DFY that Tuesday night that's your report card for the amount of the amount of work that you're doing throughout the week. So create a culture of everyone in your team making every single event. If you can get good at doing that, you're going to be a red diamond. Here's some $1 million info for you in closing. 100% of the people you pick up show up. 100% of the people you pick up show up. So go pick up your guests because they're not going to flake on you. This is preventing people from flaking. If someone tells you that they're going to try to make it, or that they may make it out, or hey, I should be able to make it, what they're really telling you is that they are not going to make it. So just listen for that language. If they use that language, just say, look, it's very limited seating, so I need to know for sure. If you're not sure, what's better for you this week that works better for your schedule? Just set a different appointment. If they say try it, they're not coming out, just so you know. I've never seen one person come out. So the events usually, it starts immediately at 7:30, the DFY. So if someone says they're coming to that DFY, say, hey, are you coming straight from work, your house, or where are you coming from? You know, if they're coming straight from work, great, cool. It's going to be about blank minute from where you're going to be at. Why don't you leave your house at this time? Meet me at Starbucks about 30 minutes before. We can grab coffee and we can chat a little bit before. This is what works great for me. I meet them beforehand. We talk a little bit and then I bring them to the event. And they never flake on me. I hardly get anyone ever flaking on me. Like I can't even remember the last time someone flaked on me. So you just really want to build the value for it, and you want to meet them a little bit before. What you're doing here is you're just trying to get them to think a little bit about if they have anything scheduled or not. You know, a lot of the times people tell you they're going to make it, but they have no intention whatsoever of actually coming out. So what this makes them do is think, and they'll let you know if they're not going to be able to make it out in advance, and they're going to weed themselves out beforehand just by asking them, you know, digging a little bit into their day a little bit. Okay, I always tell them that I have a different appointment with someone else, that I'm going to move to a different time, right? And I'm going to make sure that they're going to make it, because if they know that I'm moving someone else to a different time, they'll tell me, oh, no, don't do that. I might not be able to make it, right? So that's what makes them stick. So this is a script sending info to someone with industry experience. Okay, this is literally what I would do if I was going to send out a message. This is a message thread to someone. So hey Mike, how are you doing, sir? What you been up to? Mike, been great. How have you been? You, been amazing. Vitamins should be taking me. I'm so good. Actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I know you've done network marketing before and you've been burned before, so have I. But I have something that's genius and created a much different system. Would you be mad if I asked you to evaluate it for me? There's some big money to be made and the US is wide open. Wanted to send you info and have you listen to something. It's pretty eye-opening. So you see the lingo there, eye-opening. What's so eye-opening about it, right? Just piquing their curiosity. Curiosity killed the cat, you heard, right? Well, it works on people too, guys. $1 million tip there. Mike, sure, I'll at least check it out and tell you if I'm interested. You, perfect. I'll go ahead and send you over the info. You can listen to it anywhere. Is now a good time, or do you want me to send it to you later? Right, getting that time commitment. Mike, I'm at work now, but I'll be home at 8. Cool, I'll send you the info at 8 o'clock. Have a great day at work, brother. Hey, 8 o'clock comes around. Going to send it to you now. Is now still a good time? Mike, yeah, now's fine. You, great. It's about 25 minutes long. It's recorded by 2 top producers who left 6-figure incomes to come over here because of the system. I'll text you in about 30 minutes, and you can tell me if you're intrigued or not. Mike, send it over. There's the link there. Mike, very interesting. Send me more info. It's genius. You pre-inform everyone first, so when someone comes out, they're already interested. Makes it much more efficient. Everything is done through a mobile app. Watch this webinar. It goes over everything in specific details. Send the webinar out. It's going to alert me when you're from start to finish. And when you're done, I'll message you after and have you download the app. And then you can come out to a private overview if you're interested. Mike, sounds good. After you get the alert. Pretty interesting, huh? Or pretty unique, huh? I see people with no skills making more money in a month than most people do in a year in network marketing because of this system. It's nuts. Exclamation point. Mike, crazy. Promote the event. You got the lingo beforehand. So in closing, guys, events, create an event culture. No one misses an event. Events are everything. Commit to 35 hours per month. That's going to build you to financial freedom. PBRs, you do that 20 hours per month. The DFY weekly event every Tuesday night, that's 8 hours per month. The DFY regional event, that's 5 hours per month. We only have one every single month. And then the team conference calls are 2 hours per month. So in Team Fusion California, we have our Saturday personal development and recognition call. That's every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We have our Sunday Pearl and Up call at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You want to get to Pearl to be able to make it on that call. That's Charles Rudaball spitting the gospel on network marketing and giving you the ins and outs and how to build this business right. And 9 years of experience he's laying into you. And that's what I have to attribute to my success, is him pouring into me. So you definitely want to hit Pearl so you can be on that call. We have our Sunday night leadership call. That's at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's for everybody. And then we have the Monday night team call. That's by Scott Bolch and some of the leaders. You hear some testimonials. That's so you can follow up with your prospects and people that are on the fence. You want to get your prospects on that. That's 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday night. And get with your leadership to give you the number, or go into the app under team members, under events and team updates, and you'll be able to get that. Last but not least, your links. You're going to need these links. These are very important. These are vital. You can't have a business without these. So I send everyone their links. When you get with your upline and you get with the individual that invited you out or signed you up, we're going to give you these links. But first, before you even go to the launch, you want to go to kyaniviral.com, or you can go to Kyani Social through your app, and you want to input your top 20. You cannot check if anyone has started or finished watching the webinar or track anything without unlocking your links first. So enter in your VIP 20, but don't worry about finding people's emails or entering real prospects in the numbers right now. Just get this part done to move through the process. Then you can rewrite the working list with a pen and paper. Okay, make a VIP 20 list and then another list of 80 people. Kyani.net. After you do your top 20, Kyani.net, just so you know, it's just your back office. So you can log in with your rep ID that you get. You get a password that you actually create when you set it up through the app. So you can always have your distributor, your new distributor, choose the first when signing up through the app, by the way. If you forget that, just change your auto ship date to the first in Kyani.net. But you can actually choose the first to have your auto ship sent to you when signing up through the app. So in your back office, you can order more products. You can check your downline reports, your commissions, your paychecks, the countries Kyani does business in, volume tools, promotions, your team stream, recognition, etc. Charles mentioned it earlier, but you want to download the WhatsApp app. Download this free mobile app. Stay plugged into the team events, news, the home meetings, power hour dates, and all info. So this is not to have conversations, by the way, so you don't want to reply and make comments. It's for the leaders to post important info such as the locations of the home meetings and the times so you can bring people. It's not to mention promote this webinar training. That's where you got this webinar training info. Now, for your webinar, there's 2 different links to send out your webinar. It's your site name that you choose. Like for me, it's Matthew Byers. So it's your site name, .kyaniviral.com/webinar. So that's one. The other one you see there is the HTTP, your site name, .stoptherock.com/STR webinar/register.php. So that's another type of webinar that you have. Now you have your customer site. So use your site name.kyaniviral/triangle. This is where you're going to have people that just want to become a customer of yours. They just go to this website, they click on buy, and all the products are going to be there, and they can purchase the triangle through your website, and it's going to track to you, and it's $40 every single month that they order. The overview call, which is for network marketing experience only or for professionals, you see the link there. So that's just a copy paste from the actual app. It's under earn income under the guest area, and then overview call. But I just copy and pasted it there for you guys. The Team Fusion mobile app, that's teamfusionwebsite.com/mobile app. This is what you can send to someone, and they can click on the operating system they have. The compensation plan video, that's via YouTube. It's a 9-minute comp plan video. It states all the income. It actually states the average incomes all the way up to a double red diamond. That's why I really like it. And then the product overview video with Dr. Oz and testimonials. That's an amazing product overview video. Very, very powerful. You see the link there, and that's via YouTube. For Kyani testimonials, go to youtube.com and select Kyani testimonials and listen to the different videos. Then you can send a testimonial video that may relate directly to the prospect that you're talking to. It's going to also help you build belief in yourself and in the product. And then add yourself to Team Fusion Lifestyle. Guys, I am done. Charles and I are done. We got your back 1,000,000%. You want to listen to this over and over and over and over again. You want to literally get a recorder and record us when we're talking to you, by the way. That's $1,000,000 advice right there. The reason why I'm at where I'm at today is because I had a gentleman that worth millions of dollars that poured into me. I had Charles pouring into me, and I couldn't trust my memory. So I brought a recorder with me, and I listened to it over and over and over again until I got it. And then I made it mine. So you guys go back here. You can write down all these scripts on paper, and you could just say it just like we wrote it down. And now you have our language that you can use to everyone, and now you can get our results, right? So we wish you the absolute best. Remember, everything that we tell you is because we want you to have so much success. We don't have success unless you have success. So everything that we tell you is for a reason. We're pouring into you guys. We want to build up this leadership. You guys will be the next diamonds, and we just appreciate you being on our team. We appreciate you having faith in us and your friend, and we appreciate you putting your faith into us to help you get to where you want to go, because ultimately it's your reason why that really drives us to help you guys achieve the results that you want, to help you guys create the stories. That's what really drives us. So sit down with your mentor, launch within 24 to 48 hours, and we're going to pour into you, and we're going to send out texts, and we're going to build this business for you, and we're going to help you take action right away and get results right away. So thank you. Wish you guys the best, and we'll talk to you guys soon.